trains.
Yeah. Let's go.
I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train.
Ooh!
Yeah, look at this lot, look. Festas.
What's the windows open?
Train festas. It's a big old queue. We're going to wait there for ages.
No.
Welcome to Railriders. In this episode, we witness the delights and thrills of the Great Central Railway Winter Steam Gala of 2019. On this cold Saturday of the Steam Gala, the first train to be taken out of Loughborough at 9 o'clock is hauled by 73156 Standard Class 5 steam locomotive. The Standard 5 is a 460 and was one of the 12 standard classes of steam locomotive built by British Railways in the 1950s.
Steam.
Standard 5.
Exciting. At least we've got a window. With a seat. Look at the chair. We've got a chair.
Well, it's a stall, isn't it?
It's a stool, yeah. We can use it as a chair. Can't we?
Me and Alastair are going to travel behind the Standard 5 as far as Quorn and Woodhouse station, where we'll then get off the train, head over to the other platform, catch the down train back down to Loughborough, where we'll meet our friends Will Braddock, Joe Whyment, and Will's girlfriend Shannon Thorp. So,
Need a bit more oomph, I think.
yeah, we're going to get off this train,
Yeah.
go off at Quorn, and get switched to another train,
Yeah.
and that's where we're going to meet Mr. Braddock.
Yes, and his girlfriend.
Yeah, at Loughborough. Now at Quorn, while waiting for the down train, we notice the sight of a demonstration freight service on an up train taken by Standard Class 2 78018, heading up towards Leicester North.
Your attention please, the train is opening platform number 2 of the Callaway service. Nottingham calling at the Loughborough Central, the
The down train to Loughborough is taken by 6990 modified Hall class, Witherslack Hall. The Great Western Railway 6959 class or modified Hall class is a class of 460 steam locomotive. They were a development by Frederick Hawksworth of Charles Collett's earlier Hall class named after English and Welsh country houses. Getting the Hall class.
Yeah, looks nice. Looks like they washed it before it coming out this morning, I reckon.
Now back at Loughborough, we see the only source of diesel traction running at the event, which is that of the workhorse diesel multiple unit, Class 101.
Yes.
We've got front windows.
Yes. That only took people
And
in.
round here, we've got Mr. Braddock and his missus and Joe.
Mr. One.
How you doing? As visiting steam locomotive Manor Class 7802 Bradley Manor heads into Loughborough Loop, we then get the off for a very classic steam journey down towards Leicester North. on was only travelling as far as Ropley Brook, which is a section just outside of Ropley Station itself. Situated in the yard are 2 locomotives. These locomotives are going to hitch to the end of the train to then take the train back down towards Loughborough. What's the plan, Will?
We haven't got one. We're just going and see where the road takes us.
So what we're doing is at the minute we're at Ropley Brook. We're getting double-headed apparently, and we're going to get off at Quorn to do the TPO that leaves Loughborough at 11:50 and gets to Quorn and Woodhouse for 11:57.
Oh yeah, it's at least 100.
Oh.
As you can see, it was quite a wait at Quorn for this TPO train to arrive.
Oh, wait, hang on a minute.
The Great Central Railway is the UK's only double-track mainline heritage railway. It's the only place in the world where full-size steam engines can be seen passing each other, just as it was when steam ruled the rails. The railway is on the route of the old Great Central Railway that linked the cities of Manchester, Sheffield, Nottingham and Leicester, with London at its terminus station at Marylebone. But the GCR is more than just a tourist line. Its double track allows for commercial testing of railway vehicles at speeds of up to 75 miles per hour for diesel-hauled trains and 60 miles per hour for steam-hauled trains. The Class 319 units behind us are a demonstration of that. Finally, the TPO train blasts through the station, taken by Black 5 locomotive 45305. Now for some lunch at Quorn and Woodhouse pub, not too far from the station. And this is what Train Adventures is all about.
Better turn the music off.
Beer for lunch. A beer for lunch? Drinking beer at lunch.
So, we have the best table in the restaurant, apparently. Is that right, Mr. Beamon?
Alistair's booked a table. So we're going for a table and we're going to have a nice meal.
to have some food.
In the nice posh Manor House pub.
So, we are currently in a pub, as you can see. We're waiting for some food, and then we're going to go back out onto the railway.
Oh, come on, work.
Just finds it really cringy.
Damn you, Joseph.
Ready, boys?
Gala, cheers!
Gala, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, fighter.
Give you here.
I bloody love it.
Aren't we?
5 years was 2016, so basically I started in 2011 doing Train Adventures, and then
He's not having a
Right, because
team was 5th year.
Make sure he stays out.
Sam is now relatively intoxicated, I am now taking over. Okay, so because they're inside the pub eating, and because I'm skint, I have been assigned the task of recording this express for you. So, if we can get over this muddy bit, I will set you down. Oh yes, perfect. Yes, right, I'll set you down and we'll get started.
we go. So let's have the express come through. So what you've just witnessed there is the 1352, and now we are going to get the 1416 from Quorn and Woodhouse, and that'll take us back to Loughborough.
No, you got
Actually, what time is it? So that's the time, yeah.
But the other night he did this to me.
So we've got however long to get to the station, and then hopefully we'll get the 1515 from Loughborough and go back to Leicester and back, and then we're going to get the last train of the day at 16:45 to return back to 6 o'clock.
I mean, it's all about the galas, isn't it?
It's all about the galas.
We're going to go on a steam train back to Loughborough in a sec. So.
No, we're not. We're going to north. We're going up the line.
Oh wait, no, we're going back to Loughborough.
Are we?
Yeah, to get Sam even more intoxicated.
Ignoring what Binkz said, we actually did get the train up to Leicester. And this was taken by Standard 5 73156 again. And yes, I did manage to sober up by the time we got to Leicester North.
Get this man a bloody hospital.
It's a bit busy. Busy conditions. See?
Sorry, mate. Excuse me. Someone get the guy with specs. Thank you very much.
Yes!
What the bloody hell are you?
We're on a train to Leicester.
Where we're going to leave from there?
London, yeah.
We're on a train to London.
We're going to places this railway has never achieved.
Could it go to London from another?
No.
There's no line connected, is there?
No.
Oh, thank God.
The Standard 5 has a rather loud bark, so I'm going to let you sit back and enjoy the sights and sounds of this Standard 5 locomotive as we get hauled behind it.
Empty window.
Empty window, you say? Well, in that case, we need to go to the empty window, don't we? Leicester is where trains terminate on the Great Central Railway, then run round their trains in order to take the train back to Loughborough. Although the GWR had been at the forefront of British locomotive development between 1900 and 1930, the 1930s saw a degree of complacency at Swindon, reflected in the fact that many designs and production methods had not kept pace with developments elsewhere. This was especially true with the useful GWR 4900 class, the design of which largely originated in the 1900s and had not fundamentally changed since the mid-1920s. Charles Collett was replaced at the Chief Mechanical Engineer of the railway by F.W. Hawksworth in 1941, who immediately created a modified version of the design known as the Modified Hall class. As Alastair, Joe, Will and Shannon take the Modified Hall Witherslack Hall down to Leicester North, I decided to stay at Quorn and Woodhouse to do some train spotting on this steam gala to see many of the steam locomotives in action on many different trains. I'll meet back with the others later on. Seen with a train bound for Loughborough heading into platform 2 is 92214 9F, Leicester City. Next up into platform 1 is the standard class 2MT again, 78018, with a passenger service bound for Leicester North. Standard Class 2's design was derived from the IVAT-designed LMS Class 2MT 260, with the reduced cab to enable it to fit into a universal loading gauge. The other standard fittings, most notably a taller chimney, others included the lack of an IVAT dome and side plates connecting the two sections of the engine. Like the LMS predecessor, the BR design had a tender cab to enhance crew protection and visibility when running tender first. They were all attached to a BR3 type tender. These locomotives are often known by the nickname Mickey Mouses. The standard Class 2s were constructed at Darlington Works, and they are responsible for building the entire fleet of 65 engines, and for a time construction of the LMS and BR designs overlapped. The last number was completed in 1956, but the class remained intact for just 7 years. Coincidentally, the first to be withdrawn, number 78015, was a Darlington-based engine. Waiting for the next train to come in. Wonder what's next. Coincidentally, the BR Standard Class 2's predecessor of LMS IVAC Class 2MT heads through the station with a freight train bound for Loughborough, number 46521. After this, Ginty Tank 47406 heads through the station with another freight train bound for Leicester North. Visiting steam loco Bradley Manor now heads back towards Loughborough on a light engine run, as it's heading bound for Loughborough Sheds to be finished for the day's work. As dusk begins to settle and, well, it starts pelting it down with rain, Quorn and Woodhouse station becomes very atmospheric with the steam locomotive arriving. Next up into platform 1 is 73156 again. the Standard 5 is a 460 and was one of the 12 standard classes of steam locomotive built by British Railways in the 1950s. It was initially a development of the LMS Stanier Class 5 460, Black 5. A total of 172 were built between 1951 and 1957. Time to head back to Loughborough where we can meet our friends, on board of no other than Black 5 45305. Reach a very atmospheric Loughborough station, we see 48624 8F locomotive on a freight service train bound for Leicester North. Okay, so I got it slightly wrong. The 8F was actually bound for Swithin Sidings, where it's going to drop the freight off and finish for the day. We are currently awaiting the 6 o'clock train into Loughborough, where it's going to drop off our friends, and then we're going to bid our farewells and finish this programme. The locomotive heading into the station will be 6990 Witherslack Hall. that's it then. Finished.
Oh right. So this was the day at Great Central. No, too close. This was the day at Great Central. Steam Gala, Winter Steam Gala. We've had a great time. Try not to kick me in the nuts. Thank you. So if you like this video, like, subscribe, leave a cheeky comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Right, let's go home.
Yeah. Long journey home, Al. 2 hours or so. If we don't get this 6:30 train, we could be stuck in Lancashire.
He's got the timetable wrong again.
Oh well, still got a slow.
Oh,